What's your favorite place to get a Khao Soi? Like number one Khao Soi.
I think Khao Soi at Nimman.
Khao Soy Nimman?
Right.
Man, everybody likes Khao Soi Nimman. So we're in Chiang Mai. We're looking for the best Khao Soi in Chiang Mai, but we're also in the middle of Songkran, so things are happening.
Oh! Fucking hits me right in the face.
We'll get you back later. Okay, so we have a couple people here who are locals. You guys live here?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we're just wondering, where do you get your favorite Khao Soi in Chiang Mai?
Khao Soi in Chiang Mai เหรอ Khao Soi Khun Yai, you know.
Soy-i?
Yes.
How do you spell that?
Khao.
I know what you're talking about.
You know which one? Is that the
Yes.
Khao Soi Ai?
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
that one?
yes, yes.
Ah,
We are at Khao Soi Mae Sai, one of the
premier.
one of the premier. Like we basically went on Google and searched, like did a bunch of searches, different websites, different star ratings on Google, and this was like in the top 5 of that rating list. So we're gonna go to 5 different places, try them all out, give our own opinion, give our ranking, add our scores together.
Yeah, let's give them this. Let's give them the shot of the Michelin. This place have some Michelin stars here. There's the name up there. It's a little faded, but Khao Soi Mae Sai.
Food's already arrived.
Khao Soi number 1. Oh, it's already here. Are you filming? There's Khao Soi chicken.
Okay,
Khao Soi beef. Give a little bit of the broth. There's some noodle in there, crispy. A little bit of the red onion. Oh yeah, that's fantastic.
Did you add any extra chili or anything to
I
it?
didn't add any spicy. I want to see how it is without it.
Smart move.
Yeah, that's excellent. Has a nice kind of, almost seems coconutty. You see the broth in there.
Yeah.
You see the spicy red
Yeah.
bits, but it's also, yeah. Excellent.
I think it's a wise move to like, for us to maybe like try it. And I'm gonna give my rating on this. Cal can choose how he wants to do it. I'm gonna actually finish this whole dish, not on camera, but I'm gonna wait till I finish the whole thing. Sometimes I find when you first try it, you don't quite get the full experience.
Yeah.
Maybe your mind changes the further you get along into it. So I'm gonna like mix mine together here, try it, and then I'm gonna come back in here at the end and give you my rating out of 10. That back in there. And I also want to try this broth first here. Yeah, it's really good.
All right, we'll check back in with you when we're done our dishes. So I screwed up a bit. I added a little bit too much extra spice to my dish, which I thought was a bit of a mistake because Khao Soi has a decent hit of spice depending on where you go. The broth is already quite spicy. I added a little bit too much. I feel like there's a lot of complexity to the dish. You got like the coconut milk, the spice, and all the flavors in there. So when you add a bit too much spice, you're not gonna taste it as much. So I did make a mistake with that. But however, I would say I would give this like I'm gonna give this a 7.5, I think, right now. That's what I'm gonna give. You? Mae Sai. Khao Soi Mae Sai. 7.5.
I don't think I added too much spice to it. I don't think it was that spicy what I did. I didn't add a whole lot. I added like half of a tablespoon maybe. I think my biggest issue with it was the broth. There wasn't enough broth. I thought the broth wasn't like, didn't have as desirable as a flavor as I'm maybe used to having at other places. But overall, I would say it was definitely good. I would like, especially if I was staying close by, I would come back. But I would give it maybe like a 7.3.
7.3?
7.3. Yeah. Final rating 7.3.
I feel like that's a very good point. I think my thoughts on this place is as it's great, it's good Khao Soi, but the one thing I would say is like what Brian just said, if you're staying close to here, you would come here a lot. But if you had to go out of your way to walk, like say you're walking and it was a half-hour walk, is it better than something you'd find maybe 5 to 10 minutes closer to you, depending on where you're staying?
Yeah.
So far, the jury's out.
So we got 7.3, 7.5, total rating combined 14.8. So yeah, 14.8 for our combined scores, and we're going to be going to 4 more places and doing this kind of the same thing to figure out who, in our opinion, reigns supreme. So hang in, and we'll be back in the future for our next place.
So we are here at the next Khao Soi stop. Khao Soi Khun Yai. This is one of the absolute most popular ones in Chiang Mai. What are you thinking about ordering?
I'm gonna go chicken this time. I went beef last time. This is so we've constructed a top 5 list. They're in our top 5. And I've been here quite a few times over the years. I haven't been to all the places in the top 5, but I've definitely been to this one. And probably my favorite I've ever had in Chiang Mai. But I guess we'll find out what is the favorite after all 5 are done. So they have like a smaller option and a larger option. I don't think there's a huge difference, but 60 baht for the small, 70 baht for the larger portion. 70 baht is just under $3. 60 baht is just over $2. So pretty affordable either way you go there.
Wow. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's what I remember about this place that I really, really liked is you see that, like, I'm assuming that's coconut milk, right? That kind of...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or cream or something?
It's white.
Yeah.
Can't imagine what else it would be.
I think it's like a coconut cream. If anybody knows what that is, let us know in the comments, please.
Try it first without adding any spice.
Ryan's already going for it.
I'm just trying it first before I add spice. I think I'm gonna add a little spice to it. I like to add this stuff. It's like this stuff is like different. Like this stuff is like a looser, drier chili. This stuff has a little bit more. I'm not sure what exactly it has more of, but it's like it doesn't seem to be as dried out. I'm not sure what makes the difference there, but that's what I like to do. I'll add a little bit of that. And we'll mix around. Yeah, that's good. That's a gooder right there. I like that the chicken. I like that you don't have to work to get the chicken off the bone. Just kind of loosely in there. You don't have to scrape it off the bone. You know. I'm gonna film you trying it out.
I'm just gonna try the broth first without mixing. Yeah, it's got a nice kind of natural spice to it already.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. I would imagine if you're not a person that likes things very spicy, you probably would be not adding any spice to it.
Yeah. I would assume this would be too spicy for people who don't like spice.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. It's Khao Soi. It's good. It's great.
So after eating the whole Khao Soi chicken, I think that in comparison to the last place we went to, this one was better in my opinion. They had more broth, like not only just the fact that they had more broth, they had more flavor to it. Just the overall complexity of it all coming together. Just enjoyed it more. And I'm gonna give it like an 8.6 out of 10. 8.6. Final verdict.
Yeah, so I think I'm gonna give it an 8.5. You're gonna be surprised by this, but I almost found that one like too spicy. But not like too spicy in the sense that I wasn't enjoying it. But I find like for Khao Soi, I don't want it to be as spicy because I like a bit of spice, but too much spice I find like takes away from there's so much flavor in it, and sometimes I find that a bit too much spice kind of takes away from the coconutty flavor that some of them have. So, yeah, I'm gonna give it 8.5. The chicken was delicious. I thought getting it off the bone is probably for me the way to go. But yeah, and then getting the bigger size here, they gave us way more. What do you call it, broth? I guess. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a 8.5. Definitely worth coming to. Price is pretty great, and yeah, I would recommend coming here for sure. Definitely liked it more than Mae Sai. So I am coming up on one of the absolute most famous Khao Soi places in Chiang Mai. Arguably the best one, a lot of people's favorite one. Definitely one of the more unique ones just because of like all the different varieties that they have. So here it is. This is Khao Soy Nimman. There is a lineup. Brian is already in there, thankfully. So he's got us a table. We have 2 more friends coming. I see the man. There he is. Oh boy, don't tell me he's got a table for 2. Uh-oh. Okay, table for... I was like, don't tell me it's only a table for 2. What's up, brother?
Oh, buddy. Made it. He's here.
Hello.
So Kyle just arrived. This place is pretty busy. It was like there was like 15 people outside when I got here. Had to get a ticket. Had to get into a queue. And they're closing soon, so people are getting turned away already. So yeah, we're gonna place our order and then we'll be back.
Listen,
So Kyle got beef Khao Soi here. I got the chicken leg Khao Soi. Kyle's first bite here.
I want to hear it. So, all right, here we go. Do we need like the perfect bite, or do we just?
Yeah, you do you, man.
Okay.
I feel like the beef is the wrong decision here.
Is the wrong decision? You know what?
I was gonna go for it.
Chicken's better.
Who invited you to this?
I'm listening.
Chicken is better. Yeah.
Got it. I feel like the power move is to like take some of the crispy noodles, take some of the meat, pick those up on the chopsticks, and have the spoon waiting with the broth, and then you eat the chopstick, and then you take the broth.
Eat the chopstick.
That's what Mark Wiens does. Fun fact.
I mean, it's really good. I just wanted to try something different. I don't ever get the Khao Soi beef, so.
You
Yeah,
think this
correct.
is better than other Khao Sois?
Oh, can't give that away yet.
Yeah, I can't give that away.
This
Yeah.
I think
is
this
part
is
of the series here.
I think this is the best one in Chiang Mai.
Such an- Hey man, quit teasing us.
Wait, what did he say?
He said there's no way he was smiling. He was like, I definitely say that the first time.
Can you? I mean, I'm pretty sure we could find the Somalian community of Chiang Mai.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Definitely didn't mention
That's good.
Have you had some East African food?
but that was the
Let me
company.
clean this bowl out and I'll come back with my review.
Definitely didn't mention
How'd you feel about it?
Okay, that's a good question. I actually really enjoyed it.
I was trying to get the authentic.
I really enjoyed it. The biggest thing that I was disappointed about was the fact that it didn't have as much like fluid or broth as I would like. But I like to like really make that assessment at the end once you have a little bit of that that flavor, that soup, that broth left, where everything's kind of come together. All the flavors of everything have sat there for a little while. The meat, the noodles, the spice, the chili, the additives you put in there with the pickled and the onions and all that stuff. And I actually think that was my favorite one so far. I'm gonna give that an 8.7 out of 10.
I did enjoy this.
That was my favorite one so far.
I got really full.
So for me, I would say that this is the kind of place that, in my opinion, you come for like a night out. You don't really come here just to like get a Khao Soi. If you just want a Khao Soi, I would say just go to one of the other ones where Khao Soi is like 50, 60, 70 baht. But here it's like an experience. You come down to Nimman, it's a beautiful area. The restaurant's really nice. I would recommend coming a bit before closing because, you know, they do close a little early for a place that's so nice. They close at 9 p.m. And for such a nice area.
There was a line.
And there's always a line. So I would get here a little earlier. But I would just say like taste-wise, I would actually say this is my favorite one. This is probably, for the taste, this is probably the best one I've had. But I would say don't come here unless you're looking for like kind of the full experience. Maybe get a Khao Soi and something else. Maybe get a drink. Maybe make a night of it. That's what I recommend coming to Khao Soi Nimman for. I wouldn't recommend coming here just to get a Khao Soi and then walking away, because it's a bit out of the way, and also it's just, mine was like triple the price, almost triple.
Mine was only 95, so it was.
Yeah, that's true. Yours.
It's like if you're gonna go for this, the original chicken on the bone, it is more expensive than the traditional place that are gonna be charging like 50, 60, 70. I paid 95, I believe, but still $4 like Canadian, not even $4 Canadian. It's pretty good. But Kyle, what's your review here? Final review, final verdict.
For the taste of the Khao Soi, I will give this place a 9.
Give it a 9.
For the taste of the Khao Soi.
Okay. All right, we're on our way to get to our next Khao Soi here. Are you ready, Kyle? Got this camera Jimmy rigged up to my scooter here. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. We'll see. All right, me and Kyle, we got here.
This is a cool looking village.
Howdy, Kyle.
Illinois.
Yeah, this is like, you got to come into the western hillside where all the temples are. And when I came here with Alex, I had no idea it was going to be like an actual village with like tons of infrastructure, and you can't really see from this angle, but there's hundreds of houses here and little alleyways. But when I was here, I realized that I had watched Mark Wien's video a couple years ago, and he was right in this area. He came here to have a Khao Soi at like a really popular Khao Soi place here. I think it's run by like a Muslim family, but highly regarded by Mark Wien's and other people. Has really good reviews online, so it's gonna be our kind of wild card thing here today. We'll see how it goes.
I'm excited. I'm really excited. This is really cool.
Yeah, I think it's right. I think it's just right up here.
Really fun drive.
That was a great drive. Not a busy road, but definitely a windy road.
Yeah, but
right?
great roads though. So
yeah, great roads.
If we like this Khao Soi, I recommend doing it. Get yourself a bike.
Yeah.
And the roads are perfect.
So we were right here. Me and Alex were sampling these guys' wine, and then we found out about the Khao Soi place. It's right here. This is it right here. So we're coming in today to have some Khao Soi. Okay.
Beef and chicken.
Beef and chicken. Beef is here is the best. That's what Mark Wien says, right? Yeah. Is it like big and small or same size?
You have like small, big and small.
Beef.
Yeah, beef too.
Sure, yeah.
It's the place. It's the thing to do here, I think.
Okay.
Wow, look at that. It's on the slow cooker there. Okay. Well, I got a nice little operation here. You can sit down and look at the soccer field out here.
Maybe we can film her putting it together.
Yeah, for sure.
She's like already started.
Yeah. Film her put it together here.
Kimchi.
Oh, yeah, okay. Kimchi. So it looks like they use kimchi by what you said here.
What's this place called? What's the name?
They have a sign up front, but it's all in Thai. But they have
What's the name? Name of the restaurant.
Name on Khao Soi Surin.
Loong Surin.
Loong Surin.
Room Surin.
Loong Surin, Khao Chiang Mai.
Okay. Hopefully you guys caught that. Okay, so you've got the pickled greens on there. A little bit of the red onion. Did you put spice in?
No, I like to try it first before I put spice in.
Okay. She recommended putting this lemon stuff in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Interesting. Hello.
The beef Khao Soi.
Beef Khao Soi.
Yeah.
Enjoy my first time. Normally eat the chicken.
It's your
Oh, wow.
first time?
That's so unique.
First time here? Give this a try.
Okay. The broth as the. Oh wow.
You have not had this yet, right? This is your first time having it?
I have not. That's really good. That's really good.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. That's totally different.
Very unique.
Yeah.
I think with the combination of that, like the way they do their like pickled cabbage here, turning it into kind of a kimchi. Definitely a different flavor of the sauce, like the soup. I do wish I kind of got less noodles and more soup though. Like she really soaks up the broth. I want more of that broth.
That is really, really unique. Like, I don't even know how to describe it. It's a
Did you put the lemon in there?
darker, meatier taste. I really like the lemon. That's I don't know much about food, but I feel it's very like complex. It feels very deep and meaty, but the lemon kind of get those little hints of. I mean, this is incredible. This is a fantastic experience. I feel like I am having a religious experience right now. I'm like, no, I'm not joking. We're like, you could take like a 45-minute scooter ride. Well, half-hour scooter ride up the mountain. And like, just find this incredible Khao Soi place just in the middle of some random village. Like, this is unbelievable.
All right, Kyle. Well, what's your prediction here on the experience you just had?
My prediction is I'm going to enjoy it because I just did. It was great, amazing. Combine the adventure of having to get here. It's just incredible. That was one of the most unique Khao Soi I've ever had. Delicious. Yeah, unbelievable. I would highly recommend that you take the effort to come here. Get yourself a bike, do the ride, drive safe.
Maybe you see some temples along the way.
Yeah, go
if
to
you're
the
into
temples
that.
or whatever. But no, this is incredible. This is best Khao Soi I've ever had, probably. Most unique, for sure. Amazing. You?
Yeah.
So it's on me still.
What would you give it for a rating though? I'm looking for a rating here.
I'm
out of
giving
10.
that a 9.5.
9.5. Wow. Okay.
You have to. There's a uniqueness to that Khao Soi. So it's like, there's the ones that have a little more coconutty flavor, and then there's the ones that, like this one, is a very like deep, rich flavor, and they don't have they don't have pork, right? Yeah. It's a Muslim place actually, so there's no pork here, just beef
Pretty
and
common
chicken.
though. I find most places don't do pork, and if they do, they don't sell much of it. So, but yeah, I think that I was saying to Kyle inside after finishing eating it, that it's like when we were watching them make it, they like have the beef in like the broth, the soup, and they put the coconut in the bowl, and they take the broth and they put it in the bowl. They pull the meat out of the same pot they cooked the broth in, which is like, from everything I've seen in the past, most places like don't cook the meat in the broth in the soup with it. They'll have that on the side and they'll do it, and then they'll add it to the bowl, and then whatever meat you choose, they'll pull it from another pot or wherever area it is, and they'll put it in your soup. So it's like the fact that they cook the beef in the broth at the same time adds like a certain complexity to it that you don't get at other Khao Soi places. Almost kind of seems like it's like a curry gravy to a certain extent, because that's how gravy's made, with like often beef stock, right? So, but I agree with Kyle that that's the best one we've had so far, at least in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the adventure getting here, finding the place, the fact that we came here the other day and like I was like, this place looks awfully familiar from my vague experience watching YouTube videos of Mark Wiens. But yeah, I think that I'm gonna give this. I think I'm gonna give it a 9.5 as well. So I think it's like well deserved of it. And I think also the fact they did their pickled greens a little bit different. That's also another factor. They add like lemon juice to it here. Was what they told us to do. I've never seen it before anywhere.
Yeah.
So
highly recommend putting a couple douses of lemon juice in your.
Yeah.
It was very unique with that flavor.
It makes you wish that you like knew the language so that you could like talk to them and say, like, when you have your bowl, like, how do you do it? Like, how much of this do you put in? How much of that do you put in?
Yeah, exactly.
And like, obviously everyone's different, and maybe what they do isn't what you're gonna like, but like, it'd be interesting to like know exactly how they prepare theirs and like what they're putting in theirs and how much of this, how much of that. But for now, we have what we have, we get what we get. But it was a great experience. So come up here. We'll put the information on the YouTube description so we can get the actual Google Maps location stuff, because this is a bit of a trickier place to find if you don't know where you're going. But come, you won't regret it.
Totally worth the effort. Totally worth the effort. Well, the votes are in, and the winner is Kao Soy. It is spelled Khao-So-i, but apparently is pronounced Khao Soi. There's Brian waiting for me. Trying to cross the street here. Trying to cross the street. There's the man. Hello.
So it's our final place today. We went around and decided to like find random Thai people in the mall today and asked about 10 or 15 people what their favorite Khao Soi place in Chiang Mai is, and this became the front runner. So we're here, Khao Soi, pronounced Khao Soi, spelled Khao Soi.
Yep.
They close soon, so we got to get in here and order our food.
So we're given this very informational how to eat Khao Soi card. So here we go. Are you ready, sir?
First, I'm gonna add my beef.
First is gonna add the beef. Alright. Beef in.
Beef in.
Okay. Add coconut milk for rich flavor.
Coconut milk added. Rich flavor required.
Okay. Squeeze lime for a fresher taste.
Lime squeezed.
Okay.
Strong squeeze. We have to get all that juice.
Add seasoned pickles / vegetables.
I add it all.
And the deep fried noodle.
Deep fried noodle added.
And now it says mix it, but then the fourth step is add chili paste if you want spicier. But
I always add
be
chili
careful,
paste.
our chili paste are very spicy.
I actually would prefer a little more chili paste, to be honest with you.
Here you go.
And then we mix.
Give it a mix.
This is a real trifecta here. Beef, chicken, pork. I don't think I've ever had this before. We're in new territory. We're gonna go in first for a chicken bite here. That's a solid chunk of chicken right there. That is quite good. Robust flavors. I like that technique.
Alright, a little bit of beef in there. Here we go. Okay. Yeah. It's very nice. And
That's quality.
the noodles are different. Taste different than the other ones.
Yeah, they're like a little bit thicker almost, right?
Yeah, Tastes like quality ingredients.
Yeah, it
Really
does.
good. So, the bowl has been cleaned. Instant thoughts?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out like how much I really enjoyed it. I definitely, like, I want to say it was my favorite one so far. After coming off the one yesterday, we went to the Hmong village. And it was a very unique taste. But I feel like this kind of brought me back to like what I expect with the Khao Soi. But I've never had one with like chicken, pork, and beef in the same dish. But I feel like normally the star of the show for me with Khao Soi is the broth itself. And then I find as the dish goes on, all the ingredients kind of come together and it becomes like an amalgamation of flavor. And yeah, I think that the meat, this is, in my opinion, this one has the best meat. The chicken, the pork, the beef, all of it, you can tell it was like a really high quality. This is also the most expensive one we've had so far. Like this one was like, I added beef to it. Normally it's like 188 baht, so like $7.50 maybe Canadian. I added some beef to it, brought it up to maybe like $9 or $10 for the dish, where most of these dishes are going for the like $3 range, I'd say. So it's, 2 to 3 times more than what I would normally pay, but in the grand scheme of things, still much cheaper than you would ever pay anywhere else in the world for that matter. And I think to come somewhere like this and be paying $8 or $9 for the higher quality ingredients kind of shined here. And yeah, I think I'm gonna give this one maybe a 9.6 out of 10.
Wow, 9.6. Holy moly. Yeah, I don't have as much to say. It was really, really good, and I would just say the one thing that just shined through is just how like fresh and the quality of the ingredients were. So it was just that one thing that really stood out. I couldn't put my finger on it. There's just, as you were eating, you just felt like you were eating really, really, really quality ingredients. It was really, really good. It's 3 times the price. It's not that it's expensive, but when you're here and if you're traveling on a budget, I would give it about an 8.5, just overall the whole experience. But it was very, very good and probably the best ingredients so far.
There you have it, folks. The final Khao Soi place. We've completed our saga into the world of what is the best Khao Soi in Chiang Mai. And obviously everyone has their own opinions, but after watching this video, we'd like to hear your comments. If you think of another place that you like better, let us know in the comments and we'll check it out. But for now, we're signing off. That is that. I'm here at a bit of a honorable mention place. It's Khao Soi. It's called Loong Prakit Kad Gorm. Probably saying that wrong, but from what I read online, made popular by a Netflix show apparently of recent years, and it's gotten much busier now. It's just south of the South Gate, maybe a kilometer south of the South Gate. And yeah, here the beef Khao Soi here is really popular, as well as maybe the other ones too. It seems pretty busy. It said to get here before 12 if you don't want to wait in the line. It seems like the line's already here. And yeah, we're gonna get in this queue and see what it's all about. Okay, I started eating it already. Didn't get the original shot, but look at these big chunks of beef they give you inside. Very good. Let me finish this and I'm going to give you my rating here in a second. Well, I have finished it. I don't know what to say. I think there's a reason why this place is as busy as it is, because that was fantastic. This is out of the top rated places, it's the 4th place I've been so far. I've had chicken at 2 places, I've had beef at 2 places now. I had beef here today. The portion was like a really good portion. Perfect amount of like soup or broth. Liquid portion of it. I find some other ones haven't had enough of that. Haven't had enough. I'm never mad about having too much, because I find the broth is like, if you have too much and you don't want to finish it all, that's fine, but I normally do finish all my broth. But yeah, the star of the show generally is that broth, and like how complex those flavors are. This one was like right on the money. You could tell that whatever they're doing here, they're doing it with like a high level of skill. and the beef, they had like quite a bit of beef in it, like big chunks, very tender. But overall, like, I think this is my favorite so far, to be honest with you. And I'm gonna give it like a 9 out of 10.